2024, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Before I go ahead and hop into today's video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the live tomorrow. I plan on doing the live tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. I would do it earlier in the day, but I really want to be able to allow as many people to hop on as possible. And I know a lot of people work on Fridays, so I'm going to do it at 5. So for any of you guys that want to come on, I'd love to see you there at 5 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. I will go ahead and put a reminder up tomorrow morning. That way everybody will see it, and you can go on there, and you can get on the, I think it's like a waiting list or something. You can go ahead and click on there and like wait for it to happen. And I think it'll take you straight to the live if you do that. But like I said, that'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Really looking forward to having as many people on there as possible. Tomorrow in the live, I actually just spoke with my pancreatic specialist about 30 minutes ago. And I plan on talking a little bit about that tomorrow on the live. You know, what's going on with that, what the plan is moving forward for me. So I would talk about that today, but I'd rather save it for the live tomorrow and just kind of see where the conversation goes from there. No bad news. I do have to go back for another MRI in a couple months, but for right now, everything's okay. But I'll discuss it more tomorrow. I mean, there are some steps I'm going to have to take. But like I said, I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow, and I did get prescribed some medications and stuff like that. But like I said, I'll go into more detail on the live tomorrow and just kind of discuss my overall health while I'm in the live. But for today's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that I've had quite a few questions about lately, and I don't think I've ever made a video dedicated to just this topic, those bugs again. I don't think I've ever dedicated a video just to this topic. And the topic for today's video is, am I able to get a liver transplant, and am I going to get one? And the short answer to that is no, I'm not. And there's a couple of different reasons why I'm not going to get a liver transplant. The first reason being why I'm not going to have a liver transplant is because I have actually spoken with the liver transplant team. While I was in the hospital after my initial TIPS procedure at MUSC, you know, they had done the initial TIPS and it was a failed procedure. I had a blood clot in my spleen, splenic vein, portal vein, and a couple other places. I had a bunch of capillaries that were growing around that blood clot in the portal vein. So just a bunch of little teeny veins that were growing around it. And like I said, I just had a bunch of blood clots. They were caused because of the pancreatitis that I'd had. Why that happens, I don't know. I just know that I was told that the blood clots came from the pancreatitis. But while I was in the hospital after my initial TIPS procedure, they had talked about trying to do it again, and they said no. Interventional radiology came in and spoke with me, and they said that's absolutely not going to happen. This is the first time I had that procedure. And while I was in the hospital, the transplant team came in to speak with me because the TIPS procedure was unsuccessful, and I had so many other issues going on that they wanted to go ahead and talk with me about having a liver transplant done and or a shunt. Which I guess is like an artificial artery that they can go in there and replace it with. But from what I understand, your portal vein kind of like splits off like this, and like if this is your liver, it goes in just like this. And my blood clot was like right in this little area right here, like right where it splits, or like right up in here. There might have been a couple of them, but they said that the blood clot was so close to the liver that they were just not going to take that chance and go in there and try to do that shunt. And then after speaking with the liver transplant team, I guess that when they do it, they utilize your arteries and your veins or whatever that are connected to your, I guess they utilize part of your portal vein or whatever when they do the transplant. And the liver transplant team said it's absolutely not going to be an option for me. with the blood clots as close to the liver as they were. I guess it would just be way too complicated, and there's not enough there on the portal vein or whatever behind, before the liver where the blood clot is. I guess there's not enough space in order for them to be able to do a surgery that they think that they would be able to accomplish without any complications. So that's where I'm at as far as that's concerned. The liver transplant team said it just can't happen. And I didn't ask to speak to the liver transplant team. They just came and spoke to me. If I was able to get a liver transplant, I wouldn't want to have one done either way. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who, are not going to understand, why I wouldn't, especially the fact that I have a family and children and all that kind of stuff. And the reason being why I would not want to have a liver transplant is, for my own personal reasons. I just don't think it would be fair for me to get a liver. If they were to come to me a year down the road and say, hey, I think that we could actually do a liver transplant on you, I would not want to have one done. For one, I don't think it'd be fair. I caused my problems. I drank myself into the situation that I'm in right now, fully aware of the fact that I could be causing my liver a lot of damage. I wasn't ignorant to the fact that, drinking alcohol causes liver damage. I just didn't think that I could get cirrhosis as young as I was. But I still was aware that excessive drinking causes liver damage. I mean, drinking causes liver damage in general, but I just kept drinking. And I don't think it would be okay for me to go to the hospital and take a liver from someone else who did not cause their direct liver disease or whatever reason that they might need a liver transplant. Because there are only but so many livers out there available. And I just would not feel okay taking a liver when there's somebody else out there who didn't cause their liver disease. I mean, I directly caused my problem. And, it's something I'm going to have to deal with. And I understand if anybody out there, doesn't understand why, might get upset with me because of my decision. But it's, at the end of the day, it's my body and it's my life, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. Do I want to live as long as I can? Absolutely, I really do. I want to be here for as long as I possibly can. I want to be here for my children. I want to watch them graduate from high school. I mean, it's like I was talking about yesterday. There's a lot of things I want to be here for my children. But at the same time, I also have to look at the flip side of the coin and think about there's other people out there as well. There are other moms and dads out there. There are other people. Just because I'm a parent doesn't make me any different than anybody else. A life is a life is a life. And there's somebody else out there who, didn't directly cause their liver disease. There might be somebody out there who's younger than me. I'm almost 45 years old. I'll be 45 this October. I mean, I've lived a pretty decent life. And, there might be somebody in their teens, 20s, early 30s, that didn't cause their problem. It came from something else. And they need a liver. And I just wouldn't feel okay taking a liver from somebody else that really deserved it and didn't cause their own problems. Not to mention, at the same time, having a liver transplant is a very, very invasive surgery. Very invasive. And the recovery time on it is very long. It's a very complicated surgery. There's just a lot that comes along with it. I think it's almost like a year that you have to, to recover, and you've got to get on, anti-rejection medication. You have to take that for the rest of your life. I think you have to take steroids and just all kinds of things. And I just don't want to do that. I just would rather live my life as long as I possibly can with the liver that I have, and live as healthy as I can, and try to prolong my life as long as I possibly can with the organs that I have inside of me right now. And like I said, I just don't think it would be fair for me to do that. And that's just my own personal beliefs and my own personal ideas. And I know that one day that my liver's probably gonna end up failing, and that's something I'm gonna have to deal with one day. And I've accepted that. Like I said, I caused my problems. No one else did. No one else made me drink the way that I did. I chose to drink the way that I did. And like I said, I was fully aware of the consequences that came along with it. I just didn't know that it could happen as soon as it did. But it's okay. I'm happy to be here right now. I'm happy that I've actually had the amount of time that I've had. A couple years ago, I didn't think I was going to be here. That, like I was talking about yesterday when I went to the hospital in Columbia, I thought that I was going to be gone in less than a year. I didn't think I was going to make it to the holiday season that we just passed last December. And I did. And I'm still here right now. And I just would not feel okay taking a liver away from somebody else who didn't cause their problems like I did. And that's just where I'm at with it. And it's just how I feel, my personal beliefs. And like I said, at the same time, they also told me that I couldn't have a liver transplant anyway. So, that's where I'm at. But they also told me back last January that the TIPS procedure that failed that was it. They weren't going to try again, and I was pretty much out of luck. And then I got a phone call in June or May and was told to come back down there, and then had another TIPS procedure in June that was successful. So you never know. Things change, and but I still, even if it was a possibility, I just wouldn't want to have one. Just like I said, because I wouldn't feel okay with it. And there's just so much involved. And you don't even know if it's even going to work out. Go through all that stuff. Take a liver from another person who's in line. And then what if it's not successful? And then I went through all that. I'd rather just live out the rest of my time and just try to live the best way that I can, as healthy as I possibly can, and try to live as long as I can with what I have right now. And like I said, that's just how I feel about it. And I just don't want to have one. But anyway, like I said, guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to keep today's video short. I was going to try to film the video this morning, but I had to go to the dentist, and I had some dental work done, and they put numbing that I can't remember what it's called, but I had a whole bunch of injections up here. They did some work on these teeth up here, and my lip was like drooping down. I could barely speak because my lips were so numb, and my lips were actually like drooping down on this side. I just didn't want to film this morning. I had to wait until that kind of wore off and I could actually speak decently. And like I said, then I had to do a virtual doctor's appointment with my pancreatic specialist just a little bit ago. And like I said, I'll go into more detail on how that went in tomorrow's video and what he discussed with me and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. Be on the lookout for that live video tomorrow. I'm really excited about doing it. It's been quite some time since we've done a live. They're a whole lot of fun when we do them. Everybody hops on, and people start talking with each other. I'll start talking, and other people are chatting back and forth in the chats. It's just a really good time, and it's a chance for everybody to get to know each other a little bit more. I'm open to any questions. There's some things I'm just not going to answer, but if I feel like if you ask me a question I'm not comfortable answering it, I'm just going to say I don't want to answer that question. But most things are fair game. You know, so it's a chance for you guys to ask me questions. It's basically a live Q&A. Like I said, I am going to talk about what the doctor discussed with me today, and kind of give you guys, you know, a little catch up on where I'm at health-wise and all that kind of stuff. And we'll just see where the conversation goes. But once again, I'm really excited about tomorrow. Looking forward to as many of you guys can join in as possible. And with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And for any of you guys who cannot make it to the live, it will be recorded and we'll post up tomorrow as well. So if you can't make it, no worries. The video will be recorded and you can go back and watch it after we're done with it. And it'll be up there. So, I mean, if you miss the live tomorrow, you can watch it next week if you wanted to. So don't feel like you're going to miss out if you can't make it tomorrow, because it will be there. So once again, looking forward to seeing as many of you guys that can be here tomorrow as possible. And until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful day. I love you guys so much. And until tomorrow, bye-bye.